Hi, I'm Adam and this is Murphy. Welcome back to the channel. This weekend it's bank holiday weekend and we're spending it at the North Yorkshire coast in Scarborough. We're heading to the West Ayton Caravan and Motorhome Club site, just outside of Scarborough. The journey takes us around 2.5 hours. This was the first bank holiday of the year and the campsite was really busy. Once we arrived on the site, we picked our pitch and got set up. The campsite has 163 touring pitches, which are a mixture of hard standing, grass, serviced and premium pitches. You can see the premium pitches here. They have everything serviced pitches have, but are much larger and come with a picnic bench and barbecue. Next to these is the large children's playing field and park, a games room, and behind this is the large dog walking field. We chose one of their serviced pitches and this had everything we needed: fresh water, drainage, electrical hookup and an aerial point. The pitch was pretty level and close to one of the amenities blocks. The campsite has 2 new amenities blocks which are clean and modern. They both have drive-over motorhome points, there's electric charging bays and the usual laundry and dishwashing facilities. The small reception has a handy shop and next to here is the information hut and outdoor seating area. When it was time for our dog walk, we headed off to the large dog field at the top of the site and passed through the gate in the top right hand corner onto the walkway, which leads you around the site perimeter and then down to Ayton Castle. We're heading back there later in the video. Overall, the site is really pleasant and is ideally located for exploring the local area. That's it, we're all packed up, we're leaving the campsite and we're heading through into Scarborough to see what we can do with Murphy for a doggy day out and what food we can find. Driving into Scarborough from the campsite takes around 15 minutes. There's loads of places to park, but it gets really busy, so be sure to get here early to find a space. From the car park we headed into the town centre and then took the Victorian tramway down to the seafront. Hi, thank you. Hi. When you arrive on the seafront, you're greeted with everything you would expect from a traditional British seaside resort. We were here early so the crowds were still low, but as you'll see later in the day, it was really busy. Oh, winnings. Oh, they look good ones. This is a winner. Oh. you're at the seaside, you've got to do this.
I am Zoltar, at your service. Listen closely to my instructions. Hard work pays off over time, but laziness, it pays off right now. Heed my advice. Relax and enjoy yourself today. You deserve it. And come back to hear more wise truths from Zoltar the Gypsy.
Oh, what does it say? Your fortune. It says you shouldn't have spent £1. We walked the full length of the seafront and enjoyed the sights, the sounds and smells which took us back to being a child. For lunch, the only option was fish and chips. Great. Thank you. Thanks. After lunch we headed back along the seafront to the South Cliff Gardens via the Spar Bridge, where you can enjoy some great views of the beach. We then headed back up to the town in the tramway and took a quick look at the iconic landmark, which is the Grand Hotel. Built in 1863, it takes pride of place overlooking the town's picturesque harbour and South Bay. Before heading back to the campsite, we took the 5-minute drive from the town centre to Peasholm Park. If you've never been, Peasholm Park is tucked away just a short walk from the North Bay. As soon as you walk in, you're greeted with a really tranquil atmosphere, winding paths, little bridges and the sound of water running through the trees. It's all designed in a Japanese style and it just feels really calm and unique. After the hustle and bustle of the seafront in Scarborough and that huge fish and chips, we've made the short 5-minute drive around to Peasholm Park, which is an oriental themed park, as you can see behind me. There's loads of wildlife. There's a big large pond in the middle where you can hire boats and walk around, and then there's woodland walks. There's loads of things to see and do. One of the standout features is the ornamental lake at the heart of the park. In the summer you can hire a rowing boat or one of those dragon themed pedal boats and head out into the water. It's great fun, especially if you've got kids with you or just fancy something a little bit different. And if you're lucky enough to be here at the right time, you might catch one of the famous naval battle reenactments that take place right on the lake. It's handy to know the park is dog friendly, and whether you're here with family on your own or just passing through Scarborough, it's definitely worth stopping by. Well, that was a really fun afternoon at Peasholm Park. The next day we headed back into Scarborough to visit two places which are fully dog friendly. First up and right in the heart of Scarborough is the Rotunda Museum, one of the oldest purpose-built museums in the UK, and it's packed with coastal history and prehistoric wonders. From fossilised sea creatures to dinosaur footprints found right on Yorkshire's beaches, this place is a goldmine for geology fans. And the building itself is stunning, a beautiful round structure that's been here since 1829. If you're into fossils, geology or just want to see something different, the Rotunda is definitely worth a stop while you're in Scarborough. It costs £5 per adult, which is for an annual pass, and this also gives you access to our second attraction of the day. But before we head there, we made a quick stop at the cafe next door to the museum. Just a short walk from the seafront, you'll find the Scarborough Art Gallery, set inside a beautiful 19th century villa. Are you enjoying the gallery? It's a peaceful little spot, perfect for a break from the busy town, and it's home to a great mix of artwork, from traditional seascapes and local scenes to more modern and thought-provoking pieces. Again, like the Rotunda Museum, it's not a massive place, but if you're into art or just fancy a quiet moment with some creativity, Scarborough Art Gallery is well worth a visit. After the museum and gallery visits, we fancied something a little bit different. Before we left home, we had downloaded a handy Scarborough Ghost Trail map, so we headed off the beaten path to explore some of the most haunted places the town has to offer. First up is Merchants Row. In the 18th century, Scarborough thrived not only from fishing but from smuggling. Hidden tunnels ran beneath the town, connecting homes and shops to the harbour. One such house belonged to a respectable merchant, whose housekeeper Mary discovered her illicit trade. Determined to expose them, Mary confided in the wrong person, one of the smugglers themselves. That very night she vanished. The story goes that Mary was sealed alive inside the smuggling tunnels. Sometimes when the town falls silent at night, locals swear they hear faint banging from beneath the ground, a desperate cry for freedom that was never answered. Heading down the pier, you'll find the lighthouse and the lighthouse keeper's ghost. There's been reports over the years of the ghost of Captain Appleyard, a well-loved harbour master who tragically drowned in the harbour. His spirit is said to wander through the walls of the yacht club where his old office once stood. The last full-time harbour master, Richard Oakes, claimed to see him multiple times, often smelling pipe smoke with no one else around. One night, Richard even called the police after spotting someone entering the lighthouse at 2 a.m. A full search found nothing, leading him to believe it was Captain Appleyard, clocking in for another shift. So this is Quay Street, just behind the seafront, and it's supposed to be a haunted street where the most regular scene is a horse and carriage clattering down the cobbled lane. Haven't seen anything yet. Quay Street is no stranger to ghostly goings-on. The most commonly heard is the clatter of horse hooves and carriage wheels echoing along the cobbles. But when people rush to the windows, there's nothing there. A few old residents claim they saw a massive black carriage vanish straight into the buildings. Other spooky tales include a headless woman who knocks on fishermen's doors to warn them not to set sail, a chilling omen that many ignored, only to meet their fate at sea. So this is the Three Mariners pub behind me, one of the earliest public houses in Scarborough, and it's supposedly really haunted with pirates and fishermen, and it's just round the corner from Quay Street. Once a notorious smuggler's haunt, this building is packed with hidden doors, secret passageways and even a priest hole. It's said to be haunted by all sorts, from a greedy captain guarding his contraband, fishermen, a headless woman and even the ghost of John Paul Jones, whose ship sank nearby in 1779. It was also used as a morgue, storing bodies washed ashore from shipwrecks and sea battles, and some of those lost souls are said to still roam the halls. Today, however, it's holiday accommodation, but probably not for the faint-hearted. Further up the street you'll find Dog and Duck Lane, which is said to be haunted by the tragic spirits of a couple whose lovers' quarrel ended in murder. After leaving a pub on Quay Street, the husband strangled his wife during an argument, then took his own life. Locals believed they'd been possessed, as the pair were known to be loving and rarely fought. Since then, people have reported ghostly arguments late at night, but the lane is always empty. To this day, couples are warned not to walk that lane after dark. We've just made our way up from the seafront into St Mary's Church, and we're going to now go and find Anne Bronte's grave and hopefully some more ghosts. Not far from Scarborough Castle lies St Mary's Church, the final resting place of Anne Bronte, famed novelist and poet. But alongside Anne, many forgotten souls lie beneath these crooked headstones. Locals whisper of ghostly figures drifting among the graves at night, and cold spots even on warm summer evenings. The bell tower itself has reportedly chimed when no one else was near, as though announcing the arrival of a spirit still seeking peace. Our final stop is perched high above the town, Scarborough Castle, which has witnessed over 3,000 years of history and its fair share of bloodshed. During the English Civil War, the castle endured a brutal siege. Starving soldiers and desperate defenders fought amidst the rubble. Today, visitors report shadowy figures lurking around the walls, the sound of battle cries on windy days, and the chilling sensation of unseen hands brushing against them in the castle's ancient keep. Some even speak of a ghostly horse and rider seen galloping along the cliff edge before plunging into the sea, a replay of a tragic final escape attempt. And so our journey through Scarborough's haunted streets comes to an end. We've just got back to the campsite for this afternoon and we've taken the shore walk through the dog field, which takes you around the top of the ridge of the campsite, and that then leads you down to here, which is the ruin of West Ayton Castle. Let's go and take a look. Ayton Castle is a medieval ruin tucked away in the village of West Ayton. Built in the 14th century, this stone tower house was likely constructed by a powerful North Yorkshire family. It wasn't a grand castle by any means, but more of a fortified home, designed to offer protection during a time of local unrest and cross-border raids. Today only part of the tower and outer walls remain, but you can still see the layout clearly. The location is peaceful and picturesque, overlooking the River Derwent and surrounded by trees and footpaths. Although you can't go inside the ruins themselves, the site is open to the public and is free to visit, and it makes for a great afternoon stroll from the campsite. That wraps up our visit to the West Ayton Caravan and Motorhome Club site here in North Yorkshire. We've had a great time at Scarborough exploring the area. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It's completely free. And if you want to watch more, check out our other playlists. Until the next time, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.